It used to be we flourished, the goo here kept us nourished. Now our lovely home's impurish, and we miss fresh goo. Goo, goo, what happened to you? You smell like old socks from mathless shoes. Ooh, goo, there's just one thing to do. Find the key, stop the monster, and clean up the goo.
I also want to do like my little mini arcade room, like what you usually do in your room. And I always remember watching a couple of your YouTube videos.
Yeah, Anarchy Arcade on Steam. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a free program. Anyone can use it.
I want to like maybe like implement like every single video game that I have at this point, like basically doing a little inspiration video for you.
Okay. Yeah, I used to do that a lot, but I just gave up on it because my PC got an update to Windows 10, and when that happened, it actually deleted my entire safe room for Anarchy Arcade. So I have to do it all from scratch all over again if I want to do that recording thing again for, you know, intros. It sucks, but hey, you gotta do what you gotta do.
I bet it's even gonna be more harder for you with like getting those images of the games you've owned, so...
Yeah, like Genesis games and DS games, Game Boy games, because a lot of those games, they don't have like HD high quality screen captures of the cover art, and if they do, it's usually like a, you know, a web P file, you know, those things. It's not a JPEG, it's a .webp file.
Yeah, I think to me, like, I would have, like, I would originally wanted you to help me with that because, like, I want to try and get Gmod. And, like, maybe have you guide me.
To how to use Anarchy Arcade?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I could. I mean, you don't need Gmod to use Anarchy Arcade. It just helps a little bit because there's more assets from Gmod in it. Same thing with, you know, Half-Life. Like, you don't need Half-Life to use Gmod, but it helps because there's more assets now you can put into the game. I mean, it's not a very hard program to use. You just gotta like the menu to access all the assets in the game. You just have to hit the middle button of your mouse, the scroll wheel. I don't know why that's the menu, but that's the menu you gotta use.
Did you say like it was on Steam?
Yeah, it's on Steam for free. Anyone can download it. It's called Anarchy Arcade.
Anarchy Arcade. I'm sure like if I just like typed in just arcade on Steam, then I'm
Nah,
sure...
you won't find it if you just type in arcade. You have to do Anarchy Arcade.
Archy, so A... How do you spell that?
A-N-A-R-K-Y.
Okay, hang on. Let me type it. A...
A-N-A-R-K-Y. In arcade. So close to the end.
You want to hear again? No thanks. I don't mind. Once I was 7 years old, I sat on a banana, and of course that changed my life.
Yeah. Did you find it on Steam?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm seeing like various different pictures of like people in the arcade.
Yeah, you can also like download mods for it, so if you want to add like Sonic the Hedgehog in it, you can. There's like a statue hanging on the background. Andy Kishra says apparently the game was called Cat Dog Saving the Mean Bob. That was planned to come out for the PlayStation 1, but it got cancelled, although print advertising was still made for the game. So yeah, in magazines you can still see ads for saving Mean Bob, but the game was never made. And that happens to a lot of games, actually. They just make ads for it, they think it's coming out, but it never comes out.
I'm pretty sure it was like the ad on that was like only seen on the
Nick Magazine.
PC. Yeah, in the Golden Fire Hydrant Cat Dog game on the PC.
Yeah, that's the only cat dog game that came out, unless you count, you know, Nickelodeon Racing from the PS1. And you know,
I thought that only a video game appearance as a whole was like Nickelodeon Party Blast.
yeah, as an announcer,
Oh,
but they also
boy.
in Nickelodeon All Star Brawl now as a fighter. They also in Nickelodeon Kart Racing as a racing cattle. That's about it.
They were in like Attack. They were in Attack of the Toy Bots, but you couldn't really like play as them.
Yeah, it was just a JPEG that you collect in the game. On to the tech level. Oh boy, I'm so excited.
I'm sure we will run into Johnny Bravo for sure.
Oh, yeah, we'll find Johnny Bob in the tech area. Here we go.
Yeah, just like that one episode where he was stranded in the jungle after that like plane trip.
Yep.
Whoa, mama.
I know we're going to Brazil. Here we go. Yeah, taking the power Juju was weird. Like, what was the thought process of Nickelodeon saying,
Oh,
yes,
you-
we want this Jungle Boy as a Nickelodeon cattle, but only in video games?
I remember the show more than the video games. I've only remembered like watching the show more on Nickelodeon.
Yeah, but it's weird
I
that
actually have the first season.
it's weird that Nickelodeon even approved this as like a video game, because this is the first, you know, video game that they ever made. That's, you know, a video game. It's not a cartoon, but then later on it became a cartoon.
Yeah, and that was like from 2007.
I think it only lasted like one
A
season.
very- Yeah, it did. It only. Yeah, and I have the first season on Amazon.
Mm.
Not on DVD, but on, you know, digital.
How do you feel about the cartoon series? Did you like it?
I liked it.
I think I like it a little bit more than Planet Sheen, but it wasn't great.
I mean, it was kind of a good one. Besides, like, we had like. I don't know what was on for 2007, but I always remember 2007 Very Odd Parents. I always remembered was on hiatus a lot. I
Yeah.
remember they had like that they had this special, which I don't know.
I mean, it's the
would
same thing with
count as a
SpongeBob too. SpongeBob was on hiatus for a long time too.
Yeah, like this Very Odd Parents special that happened on July 7th of that following year, which Lucky 7 Day.
Yeah.
But the thing that I've always just found so interesting on that day was that this was the first day that I know that SpongeBob was not even on at that time. All it just was nothing but Very Odd Parents leading up to this like.
Yeah, that was a
behind
unique
the
experience. It's like, you know, Cartoon Network doing anything other than Teen Titans Go, because Teen Titans Go is now every single day. And SpongeBob, same thing with Nickelodeon, every single day. But to do something different, to actually have Fairly Odd Parents every single day, now that's something new. At least for one day.
But like, yeah. But I mean, with this marathon, it really wasn't like a marathon. It wasn't like a marathon leading up to this like new, never before seen episode. This episode, quote unquote, it was basically a behind the scenes featurette called 77 Facts About the Very Odd Parents That You Didn't Know Until Now.
Yeah.
But it kind of just seems pointless nowadays because other YouTube videos.
Yeah, you can just make a YouTube video
Do it.
now and talk about it. But, yeah. I mean, back then, a lot of people didn't have the internet. It wasn't until like 2010 when the internet became more mainstream.
And like also, speaking of that, like behind the scenes feature, I thought maybe as a kid it was pretty interesting because it said like some new things for season 6. Like there was like a concept out of a Merry Wishmas, which was like a picture of Cosmo and Wanda in their like new quote unquote never before seen costumes. But I'm pretty sure they were mailman in another episode, or I'm just thinking in a different episode. I could be wrong.
Yeah.